Hey everyone, I hope you've had an amazing week. How's it going? Today I'm going to be recreating a set that I've had saved on my phone from Instagram, and then I'm also going to be answering all of the questions that has been in my comment section from my previous video. So today this video is going to be more like a question answering sort of video. So let's get started. So I'm going to go straight into answering the questions while I do like my nails. But mind you, you guys, I've already answered some of the questions that I'm going to put up here. However, I just feel like I need to, do like an audio explanation for the people who ask the questions to understand better. So let's go into the first question. The first question is from Blessing Ebim, and she says, please, what type of nail tips do you use? I use the Nosy Curve Straight extra long nail tips, and I have them in coffin, I have them in square. I got them from AliExpress. There are vendors here in Nigeria that actually sell, but I just like the ones on AliExpress. I know there's a difference, but that's just my preference. So if you want to get nail tips, you can get the extra long straight no C curve coffin or square. Now there is also the ones with the C curve as well, so you have to be very specific for what you're looking for. The one I'm using in this video is the no C curve coffin one, and I had to cut it down a bit so that it could be my desired length. The next question is from Apple Gogo, and she says, please, is the pointed tip filling brush better than the flat tip filling brush? I think what she means is the acrylic brush. So the one I'm using in this video is a cremed acrylic brush, and it is actually a flat brush, and the pointed one is usually the ones that are round. It depends on your preference or on what you'd want to get used to. I prefer to use the flat one, which is like the cremed one, the one that I'm currently using, because come to think of it, for beginners it's actually much easier to work with, especially around the cuticle area, because the brush is flat. It sort of fits around the cuticle and is much easier to work your beads and even like to lay the beads down. So I think that answers it. I would not say the flat one is much better, but I think it just comes down to preference. From my own experience, I've used like the cremed brush like all my nail practice. I did have a round brush which I eventually modified to be a flat brush, and just from what works for me, a flat brush is better. The next question is from my Instagram, and it's from Mavelia's Crochet, and then she says she wants to know about brands and vendors that sell good MMA free monomer. Now I'm just going to list out the monomers that I use. Most of the monomers I get are from like the beauty supply stores just near me. They have like a nail section where they sell like nail items and stuff. So it has really helped me not buying things on Instagram, or at least like I could really just easily get good monomer. So the very first one I'm going to say, or I usually just go for, is SuperNail's acrylic liquid. If they do not have SuperNail's acrylic liquid, I then go for Pinkee's Pro. And if they don't have Pinkee's Pro, mind you, with the Pinkee's Pro, there's like there's some fake ones out there, so you have to be very careful. I usually just go for the one in the big black or like dark brown bottle that has like a white label on it. If they do not have Pinkee's Pro and they happen to have GlowNail acrylic monomer, which sort of has like a similar packing to SuperNail, except that the bottle is blue, or like the writings are blue on it. If they don't have SuperNail, I go for Pinkee's Pro. If they don't have Pinkee's Pro, I go for GlowNail. So those are like the three that I use. I usually just the brands that they have here in Nigeria, like the Nigerian based brands of monomers, I don't buy them because they are not exactly consistent. So I could refer or I could recommend people to buy their acrylic powders, but when it comes to the monomer, I'm usually just very careful. So if you don't see Pinkee's Pro, go for go for SuperNails, and then or GlowNail. So those three. So the next question is from Mufi Folua Adeyemi, and she says, what brand of acrylic powder do you use and which do you recommend? So first things first, for my clear and white powder, I make use of the SuperNail clear and white. SuperNail for my clear powder because it is the clearest I can get my hands on, and it doesn't have that yellowing effect. It doesn't do that. It doesn't turn brown, or it doesn't like become dull after like you've done your application. And then the white powder, this is actually the very first time I'm using it straight out of the jar. I usually just mix it out to become milk white and then use it, like that. The white powder does set really fast, so you have to know how to work just as fast, or work in smaller batches, or smaller patches rather, so that you can get your acrylics laid properly. If not, you're just going to end up with like a large gunk of product all over the place. Now for the nude powders and colored powders, I do make use of the CHB Luxury brand or the Glitz by Saffet brand, and even when I get those, I still have to like tweak them to become the consistency and shade that I'm looking for. So most of the time I say my powders are self-mixed, because I do add like a lot of other powders in there from different brands that I can get my hands on, and I just mix them out to get the right consistency and shade that I'm looking for. So but if you need a clear powder, if you need a an acrylic brand that would be able to that you can sort of work with here in Nigeria, you can try the CHB and Glitz by Saffet. Next is Stella Adindu, and she's asking if nail polish remover is also the same as acetone. Now, nail polish remover is not the same as acetone, although it does contain acetone in it. In Nigeria here, they call acetone nail dissolver or nail or polish remover. If you're buying at the local supply store, you ask them for nail dissolver. Nail dissolver is pure acetone. They would write it in the ingredients there, you'd see it. It's just acetone. Nail polish remover has other things and acetone in it. So nail polish remover will not dissolve your acrylic properly. It would not even dissolve your acrylic fast enough. If you're going to get acetone and you've gone to the beauty supply store and you've asked for acetone and they don't know what it is, just ask for nail dissolver or nail just say nail dissolver, and that is acetone. You can also check the bottle, check the jar to see that the ingredient does say only acetone, and that is what will help you to dissolve your acrylics when you want to take off your nails. So I do have a few more questions that I could take, but I'm going to have to move them over to the next video because they do require like an in-depth practical explanation. So I'll be doing them in my next video. So if you have more questions that you'd like to ask me, please leave them in the comment section below and I will attend to them in my next video. I will respond to you in the comments, but then I'll just also give like an in-depth explanation in the next video. video. So let's just call that a part 2. And I hope I've been able to answer all of the questions that I've put out here, or that you guys have asked and I've put out here. I hope I've been able to answer them as well as I can. So back to these nails, I'm literally just rounding up with my application. The powder that I'm using is the SuperNail clear powder currently that I'm using, and I'm literally about to run out. And then the brush that I'm using is my cremed size 12 KDS acrylic brush. And you guys, with the SuperNail clear powder, you have to work just a bit faster. One tip is to brush on monomer before you place a bead. That helps to eliminate bubbles and also just makes the bead, work faster. And there you have it with the application. We've come back from filing. I did file the nails off camera. I'm coming in now with my Vinime matte gel polish. I absolutely love this gel polish, this matte gel polish. I'm so glad I bought it. I absolutely love it. It's just the best. So I applied one coat to the ring finger, the clear one. We're going to put some stones and we're going to do some flowers. Now remember that I am recreating a design that I showed earlier, so we want to sort of do everything almost exactly. So to adhere my stones, I'm making use of nail glue, and for the life of me, I can't even understand why I am making use of nail glue. I have a very good rhinestone gel that works really, really well, and as a matter of fact, I end up using it at the end of this video. So use rhinestone gel if you have. Nail glue is like your second option. Rhinestone gel should be your very first option. So I've arranged my stones, and now I'm going to do the flowers. One tip to do your 3D flowers, to ensure that you work fast and that you don't spend time trying to patch your flowers, is to add acetone in your monomer. Now the proportion of acetone to your monomer would be like a half and half, or like a 3/3 the amount of monomer that is in the jar. So for the flowers, we're going to do a 3-petal flower on each of the selected rhinestones that I'm going to do, and I'm also going to do it in hot pink as well. The brush that I'm using for my flowers are my size 2 acrylic brush, and I ordered it on AliExpress. I would leave the link of all of the things that I use in the description box, and even like the links of vendors I buy stuff from on Instagram as well would be in the description box. So if you want to get something, just check the description box. So yeah, you guys, if you're still watching this video up until this point and you're not subscribed and you've learned a thing or two, please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and give me a shout out in the comment section. I'd really, really appreciate that, you guys. And if you guys like to see more videos like this where I recreate a design and also do like a Q&A as well, please indicate in the comment section below, and we're definitely going to keep this style of doing videos. We're definitely going to keep it. So yeah, you guys, I'm just going to finish up on the 3D design, and we're going to move to the next finger to do like a design. On the next finger, I'm going to do like a croc design on it. So if you want to see how I do that, just stick around a little. So for the croc design, you have to apply your top coat first before doing the patterns that you want to do. It's basically like doing sweater nails. Just like doing sweater nails, you apply your top coat first. If you want a matte base, apply your matte base. If you want a glossy base, apply your glossy top before you now do the patterns. And you have to cure fully, then come and do the gel polish patterns. And after that, we're going to pour acrylic powder. I use white acrylic powder for this. You can use clear acrylic powder, it doesn't make much of a difference. So we're going to pour the acrylic powder and then cure in the lamp and come back and wipe it clean, and there you have it. Your design is done. To adhere the gummy bear charm, I'm going to etch on my already top coated surface, and then I'm going to come in with nail glue and apply the charm directly on it. Hold down for a few minutes and then come in with rhinestone gel to secure the edges and the surroundings of the charm. Cure in the lamp fully, and there you have it, you guys. This is the final result. What you guys think, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.